Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Damo is in the Class. As we all seen in 2020, the world went virtual and our children had to go to school on the computer. And during this time, I was able to see what the curriculum was and was not. I was disappointed, but determined at the same time that my children was not going to be failed by this system. I am a single parent of three beautiful people. My oldest son is 26, and I took him to school all the way up into college. And my only daughter, she's 19, and she's a college freshwoman right now. So with my youngest son, who's 10 in the 4th grade, I'm stepping all the way in. He's still in school remotely, where I can assist daily. And no, I don't have a degree in teaching, but I do have degrees, and I am my children's first teacher. So with that being said, I created an end of the year math review for my son. And then I started thinking, why not just share my practices and techniques? Hopefully I'll be able to help many people learn to love math just like I do. So come on guys, let's go get started. So today's aim is to generalize place value understanding. We're also going to add and subtract multi-digit whole numbers. Which of the following shows 60,408? Choice A, 6 plus 1,000 plus 408. Choice B, 60,408. Choice C, 64,000, 8 ones and 40 tens. Or choice D, 60,480. Step 1. We're going to change this word form number into standard form. So, what's the first thing we're going to do, Jamia?
First, we have to put our ones, tens, and hundreds, and thousands, and 2,000s. And then we have to fill out the number in standard form.
All right.
Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. 60.
So what we're going to do next?
I gotta look for my ones in the word form.
And which one are your ones?
The 8. So now I'm gonna put my 8 in the ones place.
All right. Good job. All right, so now what's next?
I need to look for my tens.
Do we have any tens?
No, so now I just have to put a 0.
All right. All right, so what are we going to do next?
I'm gonna look for my hundreds.
And do we have any hundreds?
Yes. 400. So now we have to write. So now we just have to write a 4.
Great job. So now what are we going to do next?
I have to look for my thousands. And no, I don't have any thousands. So I have to put a 0 in the thousands.
All right. So now what's next?
I'm gonna look for my 10,000s. And now I just have to put a 6 in the 10,000s.
Great job. So now we have our number in standard form. We have 60,408. All right, so now we need to work our first option. We need to see if these numbers match so we can find the correct answer. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this addition. So what's the first thing we do, Jamia?
The first thing I have to do is make our labels.
All right.
Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10.
So now what's next?
We're gonna drop down and do our addition.
All right, so what's the first thing we're going to do?
We're gonna go to our ones and do 8 plus 6.
All right.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to put my 4 underneath the 6 and put the 1 over top of the 0. Now I'm going to go to my tens, and 1 plus 0 equals 1. Now I'm at the hundreds, and 4 plus 0 equals 4. Now I'm in the thousands. 1 plus 0 equals 1.
Great job. All right, so now what's next?
Now I'm going to take my answer and put it in my place values.
So now what we're going to do?
Now we'll start with the ones. And now I can put my 4 in the ones. Then I will go to my tens. And now I can put the 1 on my tens. And now I'm going to go to my hundreds and put the 4 on my hundreds. Now I'm going to go to the thousands and put my 1 in the thousands.
All right, so is there anything that you noticed?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm noticing that the number that I got is not the same number that I got in a word form. So that means choice A is not right. So now we're going to move on to choice B.
All right, so choice A did not work out. So now we're going to move on to choice B. So now what you're going to do?
First, I already see that that number is already in standard form. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put it in place value. I'm going to start with the ones. I'm going to put my 8 in the ones. And I'm going to start with the tens and put my 0 in the tens. Now I'll start with the hundreds, put my 4 in the hundreds. And then I'll go start with the thousands and put my 0 in the thousands. And then I'll go start with the 10,000s and put my 6 in 10,000s. I see that the two numbers are the same, so choice B is correct.
So as we seen, Jamia let us know that yes, we have the right answer is B, 60,408. However, just for practice and always to process elimination, to double check so you don't have to wait to see if you definitely have the right answer, I always encourage working all choices. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to work choice C, which is 64,000, 8 ones, and 40 tens. So what do we got to do?
I have to change the word form to standard form.
So how are we going to do that again?
First, I'll run my labels for my place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s.
So now what are we going to do?
I'm going to look for my ones in the word form, and I see 8 ones. Now I'm going to put the 8 in my ones place. I'm looking for the tens. I see 40, but we can't put 2 digits in our place value.
All right, so Jamia is right. We cannot have 2 digits in a place value. Each place value has to have 1 digit. So we do have 40 tens. So we keep, the easiest way for me to explain is you keep the ones place. So whatever is in your ones, which this is your ones and this is your tens, whatever's in the ones, you keep. And you put that number in your tens place. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that 0 in the ones place. All right, so now we take that 4 from the tens and it rolls over. From the tens, it rolls over into the hundreds. And now we add whatever number, and for this it's a 4. So we add that 4 to our hundreds place value. So we look back into our problem and we read, we have 64,000, 8 ones, and 40 tens. We did not hear a mention of hundreds. Therefore, we only assume that we have the 400s that just rolled over from the tens. So we're going to record that 4 in our hundreds place value. Why? Because we do not have any hundreds already. If we had hundreds, we would then add it to whatever hundreds we had. But in this case, there are no hundreds. As you see, we have thousands, we have ones, and we have tens. We do not have 100s. So that 4 that we added to our hundreds place value left us with a 4 in the hundreds place value. So now what are we going to do?
Okay, so we did the hundreds, and now we have to go to the thousands. So now I have to look for the thousands. We have 64, so we can't have 2 digits in our place value.
All right, so once again, he is correct. We cannot have 2 numbers in one place value. However, we have to look at 64,000. And in 64,000, we have ones and tens place. All right, and so we have a 4 in the ones place. But in 64, if you write that here, that means this ones is actually the thousands place, and this 6 is the 10,000s place. So we're just going to take the ones from the 64 and record it in our thousands place. And then the 6, which is in the tens, that actually means 60,000. So we will put the 6 right there, and our number is 64,408. All right, so now what you're going to do?
I'm going to write the original number into the place value. Starting with the ones, the 8, tens, the 0, the hundreds, the 4, the thousands, the 0, and the 10,000s, the 6. So I noticed that they're not the same number, so choice C is wrong.
All right, so now we're going to work our last choice, D, 60,480. So, what's the first thing we're going to do?
We're going to write our labels for the place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000.
All right, so now what you going to do?
I'm going to write the number in our place value. Starting with the ones, the 0, the tens, the 8, the hundreds, 4, the thousands, the 0, the 10,000s, the 6. Now I'm going to write the original number from the problem in its place value. Starting with the ones, the 8, the tens, the 0, the hundreds, the 4, the thousands, the 0, the 10,000s, the 6. I noticed that the numbers do not match. Choice D is wrong.
All right, so our next problem is, how can the number 83,503 be written in expanded form? So choice A, we have 80,000 plus 3,000 plus 30 plus 5. Choice B, we have 80,000 plus 5,000 plus 300 plus 3. Choice C, we have 80,000 plus 500 plus 3,000 plus 3. And choice D, we have 8,000 plus 3,000 plus 500 plus 3. So what's the first thing we're going to do?
First thing we have to do is write our labels for our place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Now we're gonna record the number, starting with the ones, the 3. Now with the tens, 0. With the hundreds, the 5. With the thousands, the 3. With the 10,000s, the 8.
So what's the first thing you need to do?
First thing we need to do is look for the ones. And the 5 is the ones. Now we have to put the 5 in the ones place. So now we're going to look for the tens at 30. So now we can put a 3 in the tens place. So now we're looking for the hundreds. And we have no hundreds. So now we just have to put a 0. So now we're looking for the thousands. 3,000. So now we just have to put a 3. So we're looking for the 10,000s. 80,000. So now we just have to put the 8. I noticed that this number and the original number are not the same, so choice A is wrong. First thing I have to do is write our labels. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Now I'm gonna look for my ones. The 3. Now I'm looking for my tens. There are no tens, so we have to put a 0. So now I'm looking for my hundreds. 300. So now we just have to put a 3. So now I'm looking for my thousands. 5,000. So now we just have to put a 5. Now I'm looking for my 10,000s. 80,000. So now we just have to put the 8. Now I'm gonna write the original number in the place by. Starting with the ones, the 3, the tens, 0, the hundreds, the 5, thousands, the 3, the 10,000s, the 8. Now I notice that they both are not the same number, so choice B is not correct. Now first thing I have to do is write labels. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So now I have to look for my ones. 3 ones. How many tens? 0. So now we have to put a 0. Now we look for the hundreds. 500. So now we just have to put a 5. Now I look for the thousands. 3,000. So now I have to put a 3. So now 10,000s. 80,000. So now we have to put an 8. So now I have to write my original number. Starting with the ones, the 3, the tens, 0, hundreds, the 5, thousands, the 3, and the 10,000s, the 8. I noticed that they are both the same number, so C is correct. So now we have to record our answer. So now we gotta put a number in standard form. So now starting with the ones, the 3, and the ones, and now there were 0 tens. Now we just have to put a 0 in the tens. And now we look for hundreds, 500s. Now we just have to put the 5 in the hundreds. And now we look for the thousands. So now I noticed that you have 3,000 and 8,000. So I'm gonna have to add my thousands to see where I need to put in the thousands. 8 plus 3, then one line. 8 plus 3, 9, 10, 11. Eight plus 3 equals 11. So now we got 11. So now we just have to put the 1 in the thousands and a 1 in the 2000s. So now we'll have to write the original number. The 3. Sorry, so with the 3. And now 0. And a 5. And a 3. And an 8. I noticed that they're not the same number. The choice D is wrong.
All right, so here's our last problem. In June, 23,943 people visited Great Adventures. In August, the park had 3,418 more visitors than they did in June. What is the total number of people that visited Great Adventures during the 2 months? We have our choice A is 20,525. Choice B is 27,361. Choice C is 51,204. And choice D, 51,304. All right, so this problem is a 2-step problem. We can see that we had 23,943 visitors in our first month of June. In the second line, it tells us that 3,418 more people visited. So using the word more, that lets us know that we are going to add. So we would take 23,943 and add that to 3,418 so we can first get the total of how many people visited the park in August.
Three plus 8. 9, 10, 11. Now we have to put the 1 in the 1 and the other one over top of the 4. 4 plus 1 equals 5, plus 1, 6. 9 plus 4 equals 10, 11, 12, 13. The 3 and a 1 on top of the 3. Now 3 plus 3 equals 6 plus 1, 7. 2 plus 0 equals 2.
So now what you're gonna do?
I have to add June and August.
All right.
One plus 3 equals 4. 6 plus 4 equals 7, 8, 9, 10. 0 and the 4. Then the 1 on top of the 3. And now 3 plus 9 equals 10, 11, 12 plus 1, 13. The 1 on top of the 7. 10 plus 3. 8, 9, 10. Plus 1, 11. And another 1 on top of the 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So now plus 1, 5. I got 51,304. So choice D is correct.
Well, guys, thanks so much for staying tuned. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. And actually stay tuned for our next one, where we'll be using strategies and properties to multiply one-digit numbers. Until next time, guys, it's not about what you don't know, but what you're willing to learn.